The current flag of Iran was adopted on 29 July 1980, and is a reflection of the changes brought about by the Iranian Revolution. Its field is a tricolour comprising equal horizontal bands of green, white, and red. Flag description, emblem. The Parliament, per the 1980 Constitution, changed the flag and seal of state insofar as the lion and sun were replaced by the red emblem in the centre of the flag. Designed by Hamid Nadimi, and officially approved by Parliament and the leader Grand Ayatollah Khomeini on 9 May 1980, this emblem is a highly stylized composite of various Islamic elements, a geometrically symmetric form of the word Allah and overlapping parts of the phrase La ¾ ilaha ¾ illa lh forming a monogram in the form of a tulip. It consists of 4 crescents and a line. The 4 crescents read from right to left. The first crescent is the letter Aleph, the second crescent is the first lam. The vertical line is the second lam, and the third and fourth crescents together form the hay. Above the central stroke is a tashdid resembling W. The tulip shape of the emblem as a whole memorializes those who have died for Iran and symbolizes the values of patriotism and self-sacrifice, building on a legend that red tulips grow from the shed blood of martyrs. This emblem is somewhat similar to the Kanda Kufic script, written in white and repeated 11 times on the inner edges of each. The green and the red band is the phrase Allahu Akbar in a stylized version of the Kufic script and symbolizes the calls of Allahu Akbar in the night of the 22nd of Bahman, the 11th of February 1979, the day the national radio broadcast, from Tehran, the voice of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and marked the unofficial beginning of the Islamic Republic. This writing renders the flag non-reversible. Colors. Green. In the Iranian culture it symbolizes growth, happiness, unity, nature, vitality, and the Persian language. Historically green and white in a triangular form used to be the flag of the Persians. White stands for peace and many other, red stands for martyrdom. In the Iranian culture it symbolizes bravery, fire, life, love, warmth, and sophistication. Historically red and white in a triangular form used to be the flag of Medes. Since Cyrus the Great, a Persian, defeated his grandfather Astyages the High Judge of the Medes and founded Iran by uniting the Persians and the Medes, the Iranian flag symbolized this unity and victory as the flag of the people of Iran. Physical requirements for the Iranian flag, the exact shape of the emblem, and a compass and straight construction are described in the National Iranian Standard. History. Flags, standards, and banners have always been important national and imperial symbols for Iranians, both in war and peace. Xenophon reports that Cyrus the Great's standard was a golden eagle with spread wings, mounted on a long shaft. The best-known symbol of Iran in recent centuries has been the lion and sun motif, which is a graphic expression of the astrological configuration of the sun in the sign of Leo. Although both celestial and animal figures have long and independent histories in Iranian heraldry. Late in the 19th century the lion and sun motif was combined with an earlier scimitar motif and superimposed on a tricolour of green, white, and red. With minor modifications, this remained the official flag until the Revolution of 1979. Achaemenid Empire. During the Achaemenid era, especially at the time of Cyrus the Great, the Persian imperial flag was square in shape, divided kite-like into 4 equal triangles alternating between 2 colors. In the excavations at Persepolis archaeologists found a standard depicting a golden eagle or shorkhbaz with open wings. The current belief is that this was the official symbol of Iran under Cyrus the Great and his heirs. Sassanid Empire. In Sassanid times the imperial flag was a leather rectangle covered with a thin layer of silk ornamented with jewels, with a 4-pointed star at the center, indicating the 4 corners of the world. This is the same star referred to as Orkhta-Kavayani by Ferdowsi in the epic Shahnameh. The flag was larger than the original Darufsh-Kavayani apron and suspended from a lance, the point of which appeared above it. Attached to the lower edge were tassels of yellow, magenta, and scarlet, with large pendant jewels. The flag was destroyed by invading Muslim Arabs after their decisive defeat of the Sassanids. Islamic Iran. The Sassanid state collapsed on the emergence of an Islamic empire in the Middle East. Since Islam strictly prohibited figurative and expressive symbols as idol worship, all the traditional emblems used in Iranian flags were eliminated. Throughout this period there was no flag specific to Iran, although the use of Islamic banners was common. Safavid Dynasty, Mahmud of Auzi reinstated the use of symbolic expressions on the Iranian flag. The version he developed displayed a golden moon on a black background. A second flag has been attributed to the Ghaznavid Empire, with a silver crescent moon and a peacock on a green field. Safavid Dynasty. The Safavid dynasty used 3 green flags, each with a different emblem. Ismail I, the first Safavid king, designed a green flag with a golden full moon. In 1524 Tahmasp replaced the moon with an emblem of a sheep and sun. This flag was used until 1576. It was then that Ismail II adopted the first lion and sun device, embroidered in gold, which was to remain in use until the end of the Safavid era. During this period the lion and sun stood for 2 pillars of the society, the state and religion. Although various alams and banners were employed by the Safavids, by the time of Shah Abbas I the lion and sun symbol had become one of the most popular emblems of Iran. The Safavid interpretation of this symbol is believed to have been based on a combination of historical legends like the Shahnameh, stories of prophets, and other Islamic sources. For the Safavids the king had 2 functions, he was both a ruler and a holy personage. This double role was considered the patrimony of the Iranian kings, derived from Jamshid, mythical founder of the ancient Persian kingdom, and Ali, the first Shah Imam. Jamshid was associated with the sun and Ali with the lion. The correspondence may originally have been based on a learned interpretation of the Shahnameh references to the sun of Iran, and the moon of the Turanians. Since the crescent moon had been adopted as the dynastic emblem of the Ottoman sultans, who were the new sovereigns of Rum, the Safavids of Iran, needing to have a dynastic and national emblem of their own, chose the lion and sun motif. The sun had further important meanings for the Safavid world, where time was organized around a solar calendar, in contrast to the Arabo-Islamic lunar system. In the zodiac the sun is linked to Leo. For the Safavids the lion and sun symbol conveyed the double meaning of the royal and holy figure of the Shah, the auspicious astrological configuration bringing the cosmic pair and the earth king and Imam together. Regarding the Safavid understanding of the lion and sun motif, Shahbazi suggests that the Safavids had reinterpreted the lion as symbolizing Imam-e-Allah, and the sun as typifying the glory of religion, a substitute for the ancient Farid-N. They reintroduced the ancient concept of God-given glory to justify their rulership, attributing these qualities to Ali while tracing the king's genealogy through the Shia 4th Imam's mother to the royal Sasanian house. Afsharid Dynasty. The Afsharid dynasty had 2 royal standards, one with red, white, and blue stripes and one with red, blue, white, and yellow stripes. Nader Shah's personal flag was a yellow pennant with a red border and a lion and sun emblem in the center. All 3 of these flags were triangular in shape. Nader Shah consciously avoided using the color green, as green was associated with Shia Islam and the Safavid dynasty. Navy Admiral flag being a white ground with a red Persian sword in the middle. Xan Dynasty. The state flag of the Xan Dynasty was a white triangular pennant with a green border and a gold lion and sun in the center. Early Kuja Dynasty. Unlike their Xan and Afsharid predecessors, the Kuja rulers used rectangular flags. The flag of Muhammad Khan Kuja was red with a gold lion and sun inside of a pale yellow circle. Fatah Ali Shah adopted a lion emblem on a plain red field as his war flag. The main emblem was a lion cow chant in front of a sun, but a design featuring a lion passant holding a sword was also in use. There was a green version of the flag for peacetime and a white version for diplomatic purposes. During the reign of Muhammad Shah, the 2 different lion emblems were combined into a single flag which featured a lion passant holding a sword in front of a sun. Under Nasser al-Din Shah, the principal flag was white with a green border on 3 sides and a lion and emblem in the center. There was also a naval ensign which had a red and green border and a civil ensign which looked the same as the naval ensign but without the lion and sun in the middle. Post-constitutional revolution. The first version of the modern Iranian tricolour was adopted in the wake of the Iranian constitutional revolution of 1906. The supplementary fundamental laws of October 7, 1907 describe the flag as a tricolour of green, white, and red, with a lion and sun emblem in the middle. A decree dated September 4, 1910 specified the exact details of the emblem, including the shape of the lion's tail and the position and the size of the lion, the sword, and the sun. During this period, the colors of the flag were very pale, with the red appearing closer to pink in practice. There were 3 variants of the flag in use. The state flag was a tricolour with the lion and sun emblem in the center. The national flag and civil ensign was a plain tricolour with no emblem. The naval ensign and war flag was similar to the state flag, but the emblem was surrounded by a wreath and surmounted by a crown. All 3 flags had a 1:3 ratio. The flag was modified twice during the Pahlavi era. In 1933, the colors of the flag were darkened and the design of the emblem was changed. The sun's facial features were removed and the Khani crown on the naval ensign was replaced with the Pahlavi crown. In 1964, the ratio was changed from 1:3 to 4:7 and the emblem on the naval ensign was shrunk to fit entirely within the white stripe. Following the Iranian Revolution, the interim government of Iran removed the crown from the naval ensign. The old state and national flags remained unchanged until July 29, 1980, when the modern Iranian flag was adopted. The lion and sun symbol represented the oppressive westernizing monarchy that had to be replaced, despite the emblem a unregistered trademark's traditional Shia meanings and the lion's association with Ali, the first Imam of the Shia. For that reason, the name of the Red Lion and Sun Society was changed to Red Crescent Society. Currently, the Lion and Sun flag is used by Iranian communities in exile as a symbol of opposition to the Islamic Republic, similar to some Vietnamese expatriates' use of the South Vietnamese flag. Some political groups in Iran, including monarchists and the People's Mujahideen, continue to use it as well. In Los Angeles, California and other cities with large Iranian expatriate communities, the lion and sun, as a distinguishing marker, appears on Iranian flags and souvenirs to an extent that far surpasses its display during the years of monarchy in its homeland, where the plain tricolour was usually used. See also: Pan-Iranian colors, Emblem of Iran, Imperial Standards of Iran, Lion and Sun, Category, Flags of Iran, Flag of Tajikistan, Flag of the Tajik SSR, Flag of Kurdistan, Talyshmun Autonomous Republic. References: WorldFlags101.com, retrieved October 1, 2007. Quintessential.co.uk, retrieved October 1, 2007. External links: Iran at Flags of the World, Flags of Iran, Flags I. Of Persa Euro Encyclopaedia Iranica, Geometric, Algebraic and Numeric Construction of the National Flag.